apologising.
You're not going to apologise?
No, why should I?
Well, then go.
Everyone knew him as Mr. Nasty, the man who could end your dreams with a single raised eyebrow. But in 2013, the headlines flipped the script. Simon Cowell vanished from the spotlight. Why? An affair. But not just any affair. She wasn't a fling. She was his best friend's wife. And she was pregnant. The world reeled. The man who judged millions was now the judged. Simon Philip Cowell, born in 1959, Lambeth, raised in Elstree. His father worked in music. His mother, a ballet dancer. Simon, he spent more time in detention than rehearsal. Dover College didn't last. A sociology certificate and a streak of rebellion led him job to job until fate made a call. His dad helped him land a job in the EMI mailroom. Cowell saw an opening. He absorbed everything, learned the unspoken rules, and then broke them. In 1986, he scored a hit, Sinitta's So Macho, a synth-pop anthem that proved he had an ear for what sold.
7 Stone Weekly know a boy who thinks he's a girl.
But success was fleeting. By 1989, his label collapsed. Porsche, gone. Flat, gone. At 29, Simon Cowell was broke, back at his parents' house, and humiliated. But humiliation breeds ambition. Later that year, he clawed his way back, hired by BMG, short for Bertelsmann Music Group, one of the biggest music companies in the world. His role? Consultant, low level. But Cowell didn't care. He saw it as his way back in. He pivoted, signed novelty acts, Teletubbies, Power Rangers, World Cup anthems, whatever moved units. He didn't care about being cool. He cared about winning. And numbers. That's when the golden rule clicked. If people watch it, they'll buy it. Then came television. In 2001, Pop Idol aired in the UK. Simon wasn't the creator, but he became its icon, not the host, not the mastermind, the villain, the one with the truth no one wanted to hear. That was dreadful, horrendous. You should never sing again. Audiences hated him, then they loved him, then they copied him. Cowell didn't care. He was already preparing the next act. In 2002, American Idol launched. Cowell brought his snarl to the States. America flinched, then tuned in by the millions. 22 million people watched Kelly Clarkson win season 1. Cowell was no longer just a judge. He was a phenomenon. Behind the scenes, Cowell was moving fast. In 2004, he launched The X Factor. His format, his rules, his empire. No age limit, bigger drama, more tears, more confetti. Cowell wasn't just judging stars. He was manufacturing them. Leona Lewis, Little Mix, James Arthur. And then came the nuclear option, One Direction. 5 solo hopefuls stitched into a boy band Voltron. What came out? $1 billion machine, stadiums, merch, global hysteria. Cowell had the Midas touch. Then came Britain's Got Talent, another hit, viral gold. Susan Boyle stunned the world. The formula, perfected. Emotion, humiliation, redemption. Cue music, drop confetti, repeat. It wasn't about talent. It was about moments, and moments sold. BAFTAs, Time 100, Hollywood star. He wasn't just part of culture. He was its architect. But behind the scenes, the cracks began to show. In 2004, Pop Idol creator Simon Fuller accused Cowell of stealing the format for X Factor. No public trial, just a quiet settlement. And a louder question, had Cowell built something new or just rebranded the old? By 2009, the machine started to jam. A Facebook campaign, of all things, went viral. Rage Against the Machine hit UK Christmas #1, beating Cowell's polished prefab ballads, a protest, a rebellion, a punchline, and a Santa hat. Even his own contestants started speaking out. Jedward, Chico, Katie Weissel. Stories of burnout, pressure, and post-show silence. But nothing hit harder than 2013. The news broke. Cowell was having an affair with Lauren Silverman, wife of his longtime friend Andrew Silverman. And Lauren was pregnant. Divorce papers, headlines, leaked texts, legal threats. Cowell retreated, no interviews, no filming, only photos. Gaunt, tired, silent. The man who judged everyone had no defense. In 2014, Eric was born, named after Simon's late father, and something shifted. The insults? Softer. The smirk? Faded. He began talking about love, family, legacy, words once foreign in his vocabulary. On screen, the change was subtle. Off screen, it was real. Cowell wasn't just changing his tone, he was changing direction. Then in 2020, the crash, an electric bike accident, a broken back. Cowell vanished from screens again. Meanwhile, the X Factor was dying. Psycho music quietly shut down. No finale, no farewell. Even America's Got Talent faced scrutiny. Gabrielle Union spoke out about racism, toxic culture, and Cowell allegedly chain-smoking indoors. NBC launched an investigation. Cowell? Silent. And then, 2024, Liam Payne, X Factor finalist, One Direction member, passed away. Not just a tragedy, a turning point. Former contestants began speaking out, not with rage, but regret. One voice whispered if Liam had never auditioned, he might still be alive. It wasn't an attack, it was a scar. When Cowell returned to screens post-injury, he looked different. The sharpness remained, but the sting was gone. He spoke more about Eric, about fatherhood, about how fame had moved to the passenger seat. I do tone it down now, he admitted. Audiences noticed. Some welcomed the warmth, others missed the venom. He launched Walk the Line. It fizzled, but it wasn't failure, it was transition. Cowell, once a storm, was now a shadow, still present, but quieter. Now, he makes appearances, charity galas, industry events, a legacy figure, not a frontman. Where once he commanded Saturday nights, he now watches from the wings. In interviews, he talks less about TV and more about time, about the price of playing a character for 2 decades, about what happens after the applause fades. Because Cowell didn't just fast-track fame, he industrialized it, built stars in weeks without teaching them how to survive it. For every Leona Lewis, 3 disappeared. Fame was the product, and Cowell was the factory. Even fans were trained to vote, to cheer, to forget. And at the center of it all, a man with a smirk, a pause, and the final say. So was he the villain, or the first to show us how hungry we were to watch someone win or fall in real time? He gave us spectacle. He gave us the blueprint. He gave us ourselves. Now the industry he built has evolved. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, platforms where creators own the spotlight. No judges, no buzzers, just raw attention. And maybe that's his greatest legacy. Not the shows, but the mirror he built. A reflection of what we value, what we reward, what we consume again and again and again. Simon Cowell didn't just shape a genre, he became one. A blueprint, a broadcast reflex, from viral auditions to memeable insults, from confetti finales to backstage whispers, from superstar highs to one heartbreaking goodbye. He showed us what fame could be and what it costs. So was that fascinating or just absolutely dreadful? Let us know in the comments. And if you're into this kind of deep dive, hit subscribe. No golden buzzer required, because fame hides everything until it doesn't.